picture is worth 1,000 words, and I had 1.2 billion of them. I always thought I had all the answers. Capturing the magical life of glitz and glamour, it was my job. And yet now I felt humbled by what I had experienced and learned. Learned about the myriad hues that I neglected to see through the lens of my camera, and learned about myself. I'm Siddharth Khurana, and this is my story. Sandhya was a tough boss. She always demanded results and I'd never failed her. My pictures had always won critical acclaim from magazines, but today, for the first time in my life, I felt inadequate.
Great to see you, Sid. Of course, we'll publish the magazine whenever you're ready with your picture.
Here.
I asked for one picture, Sid. I trusted you to find the picture for a quintessential Indian look cover. It's been a month now. Where is it?
I know, and I'm sorry, but I just couldn't find one picture.
Wow, Sid, I
need you to hear me out. I chose Delhi to look for the cover photo, as I thought I would be able to find the Indian look there. I was quite clear about what I wanted to capture. Those tall, fair, pretty meek girls in saris and bindis. That's what I thought the Indian look was all about. It was an easy job, and I would also get to visit my sister and niece. So, where's Tanisha?
Tanisha.
Hi, Babu.
Hi Tanisha, how are you doing?
Fine.
What's all this on your face?
I don't want to look dark, Babu.
Don't ask Sid. She's just so obsessed with it. Somebody's told her that she looks dark. And ever since, she's just putting all these creams and fairness creams and products. All her pocket money goes into this. Come have a look at her dresser.
Tanisha, what's wrong with you? Why do you think that? So what if you're a little darker? Dark is beautiful too. I was sure this was just a part of growing up, and Tanisha would soon get over it. Page 3 of the newspaper showed me exactly where I had to go. The Bridal Couture Week. As I sat looking at my pictures, I felt proud at the ease with which I had completed my work. And then I witnessed something which would forever change my perspective of India. लोग आपके साथ ऐसी बात करते हैं?
मुझे ही नहीं साहब जी, मुसलमानों को, पर्शियों को, यहाँ तक कि हिंदुओं को भी, बस अगर किसी का शकल या दाम अलग हो तो लोग बहुत अपमान करते हैं.
Meeting James today opened up my eyes. The realization was coming to me. I am just as guilty as those men. In one stroke, I had attributed an Indianness to a minuscule part of our society, and in that same very stroke, left out so many. I had always prided myself on being liberal and secular, and yet here I was. As the scenes from the fight flashed in my head, I realized that I too was just as prejudiced as them. I was looking for Indianness at a beauty pageant of clones, and yet telling Tanisha that dark was beautiful. Was she not the quintessential Indian? Or James, or many others who I just never thought of? I realized that I was carrying around with me these strange unwritten rules that govern my thinking, and that of many others around me. Who then is an Indian? What is it that binds us together? What is an Indian look? Is there such a thing? As my mind raced through all these questions, I knew I had to find out. The more I looked, the more intrigued I was. I was seeing things that I had probably seen before but never noticed. I was beginning to celebrate the diversity of the enigma that was me. I was realizing that it's not about assimilating the different looks into one Indian look. So I set out to find the real Indian look.
Colorful.
Cricket.
ये साड़ी वगैरह ये सही लगती है वैसे.
Diversity.
Corruption.
My Tamil Nadu.
Population.
Business.
Gandhi.
Vibrance.
Family. Religion.
Vices.
मिठाई.
Army.
Bollywood.
कोई भी चीज वेस्ट भी होगी ना उसमें से भी वो बना लेती है.
The traffic.
Festival.
अगर हम ये कहें कि यहाँ एक सिविल ड्रेस होना चाहिए, सिविल कोड होना चाहिए, वो हिंदुस्तान में रहने के लिए नामुमकिन है.
I think it has evolved. India has been, as I told you, the essence of India is really all about acceptance and absorbing.
I think multicultural. You see how diverse it is. Practically every state has its own culture, its own language, its own food, its own dance, its own music. It's so multicultural, and I don't think you find that anywhere else in the world.
Hindustan, India, Bharat, all of these ultimately represent the ethos that all of us in India are a part of. I think when we look at India, the freedom is probably the most cherished thing that India and Indians have had over many years.
India is a country of 1.2 billion people, 1,652 languages, and 2,000 ethnic groups. Every major religion in the world is represented here. Yet, we carry with us a stereotype of the Indian look which is partially created by our exposure to mainstream media, films, and advertising. Whether it's the clamour to be fair or the representation of communities in a stereotypical manner, it is inherently discriminatory in nature.
So you see, Sandhya, it's about the diverse looks of India rather than the Indian look itself.